Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are getting down to some cleaning and organizing. If you're new to my channel, hey, I'm Lauren. I am 34 weeks pregnant with baby girl number 2. We're doing a few short weeks and I have had the nesting urge so bad, as well as it's also spring cleaning time. I've really wanted to do a good deep clean on my kitchen, wiping down all of my surfaces, my appliances, going through my fridge and freezer, decluttering it and reorganizing it. Because I am further along in my pregnancy, I get smaller 15 to 20 minute bursts of energy before I need to take a rest. So I broke up these tasks over a couple of days, took lots of breaks in between, but if I can do it, you guys can do it. So let's get motivated, deep clean our kitchens, get some spring cleaning and organizing done. I don't know about you guys, but I always feel so good and refreshed after a good cleaning session, and it makes me excited to get in my kitchen and prep some yummy meals for my family. This is the first video in my new nesting series that I'm going to be posting here on my channel. Getting things ready for before baby comes, setting up the nursery in our bedroom, packing my hospital bag, getting cleaned and organized around the home, prepping lots of freezer meals. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on those upcoming videos, and let's get to work. So on day one of our project, my focus is to clean out our refrigerator and freezer, get rid of any old or expiring products, reorganize things so they are easy to find, and create more space, because I know we're gonna be heading to Costco for a big grocery and paper product restock haul, so we are prepared before the baby comes. As I declutter the fridge and freezer, I'm also cleaning all of the surfaces, getting rid of any crumbs, spills, smells. It's been a while since I've done this in my fridge, guys, so it definitely needed a deep clean today.
Tried so hard to stay afloat, yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby, going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. I just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words, no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words, no more, no. I really thought we had it covered. Was gonna patch up all the scars, but we smashed up all the parts. Oh, na, na, na. Always knew that you were stubborn, but didn't know it'd be so hard to figure out who you really are. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no pressure.
Now I'm just emptying everything out of my fridge from the shelves, checking expiration dates, seeing what I need to get rid of. And I know this is an excessive amount of eggs for one person to have in their fridge, but I've already actually started doing some freezer meal prep for postpartum. I've started with some breakfast and lunch items, so I've been recording those and I'm gonna share them in a separate video with you guys. But yes, that's why I have like 50 eggs in my fridge right now, is for breakfast freezer preps.
That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words, no more. We don't know, no words, no more. We don't know, no words, no more. We don't know, no words, no more, no, no. We don't know, no words, no more. We don't know, no words, no more. We don't know, no words, no more, no, no. Yeah. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby, going down, down, down. Baby, going down, down.
Make sure I got a good scrub down on all of my storage drawers for my refrigerator. I definitely feel like this is one of the places where crumbs and onion peels, bits of food tend to fall and get lost. So I scrub them down well with warm soapy water, and then the key is to make sure they are very, very dry before replacing any of your products and putting them back in the fridge. So you want to work quickly because your products are out of the refrigeration, but at the same time you need to make sure they're really dry before putting them back in, because you don't want moisture trapped with your fresh fruits and veggies that you store in your drawers. freezer, I repeated the same process, but I had to be a little quicker because I didn't want anything to start defrosting. So I removed everything from my freezer onto my counters, quickly cleaned the inside, wiping everything down. And then while I had everything laid out on the counter, I kind of organized and categorized the items so that when I moved them back into the freezer, it made sense where everything was stored and things could be easily found. For instance, I put all of my frozen fruits and veggies on one shelf. I stored all of my frozen potato and cheese products on another shelf. And the large bin at the bottom I ended up using for frozen proteins and prepared meal items. Hey guys, so it is the next morning. I was so wiped after just cleaning out my fridge and freezer. That's all I got to yesterday afternoon. I sat down and couldn't get up again. So I'm continuing on Project Kitchen this morning. Lila has been dropped off at school. So today I actually have some time to myself, so hopefully I can get more done. So at this point I have decluttered and cleaned my fridge and freezer. And I feel like I need to remember to do my freezer like that more often, where I just pull everything out onto my countertops and look through what I have, because there were so many meals I could make from what I already had on hand than doing a full new grocery shop for next week. So while I was cleaning out the freezer, I actually also meal planned for next week, and I'm gonna share with you guys the meals that I'm making out of everything in my freezer. This is gonna help me get through some stuff I've had on hand for a while, as well as help me clear out another shelf on my freezer. Right now I have one open shelf, which is great, but I'd really like to clear off one more because this next week I'm planning on starting some postpartum freezer meals. That was something I did when I was pregnant with my first daughter, Lila. It was so nice having some breakfast, lunch, and dinner things prepped in our freezer for easy meals after giving birth. I definitely need to get started on those in this next week here so we have things ready to go on hand. But this was also kind of the perfect time. I can clear out some space for those freezer meals, use up some of the things I have already on hand, and then put my weekly grocery budget money that I would have used for next week's dinners towards my freezer prep. So one of the meals I'm gonna make next week that's coming straight from my freezer, I'm using some leftover hamburger buns that we had from our barbecue last weekend when we did pulled pork sandwiches. I had a whole pack of buns left, so we're gonna use the buns, some chili lime chicken burgers that I had from Trader Joe's, and I have some frozen pepper and onion blend I can get through, so we're gonna make little fajita chicken burgers one night. For another night, I had purchased a large package of fresh prepared meatballs from Costco. It came with 2 large packs of meatballs, so I had used one of the packs for a meal prep and put the other one in the freezer and just hadn't gotten around to using it. So I'm gonna cook up those meatballs in the crock pot, probably with some barbecue sauce. They're kind of like a Hawaiian style meatball. I have a bag of rice. That's an easy cook in the microwave. And I also have some frozen broccoli. So I'll put all those together into some meatball bowls. I also had some green chili chicken sausages that have been in my freezer for a while. So I'm gonna use those to do a sheet pan meal, along with the frozen bag of potatoes, pepper, and onion blend I had. I also had a ton of potato products. I had hash browns, I had tater tots, I had some French fries. So I'm gonna use up the hash browns and do a breakfast for dinner night by making a breakfast casserole with the hash browns, some of our frozen veg mix, and some frozen turkey breakfast sausages. To that, I'll add like eggs and milk and cheese and just get a casserole dish out of it and bake it in the oven. And finally, another meal I pulled from our freezer stash is something we'll probably have over the weekend. We love the Trader Joe's frozen orange chicken and chicken fried rice combo. I always pick up a few packages of these every time I go to Trader Joe's. So we'll actually probably eat that for dinner once over the weekend as like a little at-home faux takeout night. So that's a solid 5 dinners I'm pulling straight from my freezer next week. Next on my list this morning is I want to get through some of these cabinets and just reorganize. I have all my spices in one of these shelves next to my oven, and it's just a mess in there. Like things get moved and shuffled around. The only problem with the cabinets in this house, this is a rental home, so we can't do any permanent changes to anything, but it's hard finding organizational and storage that helps me organize these cabinets because they're very narrow and they're shallow. So I can't get like a Lazy Susan to put the spices on. A lot of the spice rotating racks are too long for these cabinets, but I still need to go through them. So I'm gonna pull everything out, make sure I go through expiration dates, and then just try to reorganize them the best that I can based on their category and how often I use them. Now as I move on to the actual cleaning portion of this kitchen, deep clean and organize, I always like to start clearing out anything I have left in the sink, getting dishes taken care of, to clear that space out before I can move on to my counters, wiping down cabinets, surfaces, appliances, cleaning out the sink, and windows and floors.
Before the sun goes down, it's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. Eyes blue like the ocean. I can see you want this too.
Personally, I'm a big fan of simple cleaning products. For the most part, I use vinegar and baking soda, hot water, and occasionally I'll use an anti-bac multi-surface spray from Method just to make sure everything is sanitized in the kitchen. So as I get started on my countertops and my cabinets, I'm just using hot water mixed with a splash of vinegar for sanitizing, and it also will give you a nice clean, fresh smell to your kitchen. I'm not big on anything that has too much scent to it. And it's also non-toxic, which is great if you have small children or pets in the home.
I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving.
Anytime I come across any heavily soiled, greasy, or sticky areas, I'll go in with that Method anti-bac spray to help loosen it up. And I also like to have 2 microfiber cloths on hand, one that I'm doing the washing with and a dry one, so I can dry and buff clean any reflective surfaces like the window to the microwave and the screen. That way they won't have water spots on them. In this pink spray bottle is straight white vinegar. In a small bowl, I've put some water with a splash of vinegar, and I run the microwave for about 2 minutes. Heating up that water creates steam. It helps to loosen everything, and with the vinegar in there sanitizing, it creates a really clean microwave that you just have to wipe out. It's so fast and simple. Best way I've ever found to clean a microwave. No scrubbing required.
But if I'm with you, I'll survive. So hold me close into the night, 'cause I need you to stay. You take me to paradise, that's why it's hard to wait. Can I be around you for motivation?
So whichever room I'm cleaning in your house, I always start with the principle of top to bottom. This ensures that as I'm wiping things down from the top, if dust or dirt falls, it doesn't get a surface I've already cleaned dirty again. So for my kitchen, I started with my cabinets, moved to my microwave. Now I'm clearing off all of my counter spaces. I'm gonna move everything to my island so I can start with the counters and move to the lower cabinets. Then once this section, back wall of the kitchen is done, I'll move on to the next section. I don't know, do you guys put this much thought into how you clean your house, or am I just that type A? I will say it is helpful in remembering what I've already cleaned, what I need to clean next, and making sure I don't have to double back and re-clean something I've already cleaned once. For my oven and stove, this is just a real quick wipe down. I'm gonna be coming back to this a little bit later with a new product I found to help me try and get rid of some of these stuck on, burnt on stains from when I've been cooking. Mama needed a little break. I grabbed myself some water and a snack, and then it was pretty much time to pick up Lila from school. So I went and got her, and then when I came home, I got her situated with a project so I could finish off the last of this kitchen deep clean and organize. By this time, all of my counters and cabinets had dried fully, so I was able to put everything back. I did wipe down anything that sits out on my counter, like my KitchenAid and my canisters, just to make sure they were free of any dust or debris. I find it so funny we get these urges to do this deep cleaning around our homes before babies come, because let's be honest, baby girl is not gonna care when the last time I cleaned out our fridge is. However, I think a lot of it is because when I know that I've gotten these deep cleaning items checked off my list, I will be able to relax more postpartum, recover, bond with baby girl, and focus on my family instead of the little things around the home that always need to be done. Also, by the time my little siesta was over, my dishwasher had finished running from earlier and cooled down, so I was able to put away all the dishes. And now I'm gonna run a cleaning cycle on the dishwasher. I use baking soda to sprinkle all over the inside of the dishwasher and the door. And I use a glass measuring cup to fill up about 1 cup of white vinegar, and I set this in the top rack. Then all I do is I run the dishwasher on a heavy hot cycle. The steam and water mix with the vinegar and baking soda, loosen up any stuck on gunk, and the vinegar leaves the dishwasher smelling really fresh. With all the dishes I did earlier dry, I then put those away, and now I can move on to this next section of my kitchen, which is the little nook by my sink. So I'm gonna go in with that spray bottle of straight vinegar again to spray down my sink. And then I am using the Method window and glass cleaner to clean my windows in the kitchen as well today. Coming back to our oven real quick, I picked up this Power Paste Powerful Natural Cleanser from Scrub Mommy. It comes in a pack with a paste as well as a Scrub Mommy sponge. One side has a rough scrubbing texture, the other side has a really soft sponge. So basically you get the sponge wet, and using the coarse scrubbing side, you build up some of the paste and then you scrub it onto your surface, whether it's an oven, pots and pans, other appliances, and you create a cleansing foam. It does have a very small grit to it, so I think that's how it helps to polish off any of these stains on the oven, and I think it worked really well. After I scrubbed the surface, I re-wet the sponge and just wiped it down with the soft sponge side. It wiped away really easily, left a great shine on my oven, and really picked up most of the stains and burnt on food bits that had been left on my oven that my regular cleaners just weren't getting up. If you guys are interested in checking out any of the cleaning products I've shared in today's video, I will link everything in the description box below. Continuing to move my way around the kitchen to the next section, I'm gonna do a full wipe down of my kitchen island countertop, the outside of the fridge, and then finally my large sliding glass doors that lead to our backyard. It feels so good to get a full refresh done on our kitchen. It smells so fresh and clean, and a clean space really boosts my mood and makes me excited to get in my kitchen, cook some yummy freezer meals for my family, and get prepared for baby girl to come. I will say after finishing these last couple tasks, I was absolutely wiped for the day. So I was very thankful that my husband tag teamed in and helped out with the last couple things on my list, which included wiping out the inside of our oven and sweeping and mopping our floor. So I didn't grab footage of that, but Josh was a huge help in finishing off those tasks. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as I did some spring cleaning and nesting. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next couple Nest With Me videos. Baby girl will be here before we know it, and I can't wait to share her with you. Let me know in the comments what's on the top of your spring cleaning to-do list this year. And until next time, bye.